Hi guys, this time we're going to try something different. So far we showed you Joseki's trick plays and pro games, how you should play. Today we will show you, with all respect, how you shouldn't play. We will review a cue game. At the end of last week's episode we asked you if you have interesting games that you would like us to review for you. We got a few responses and some people sent us their game records. We chose the game of one of our watchers who goes by the name of Ogee on KGS. He is 4Q and takes black in this game. His opponent is called Hero21121. He is 3Q and plays white. It's a chaotic fighting game and we will go through it quickly, only stopping at the most major mistakes. We will try to show some of the main thinking errors that both players make. Black takes a big point on the lower side, and this is mini Chinese Fuseki, right?
Yes, it is. It is now usual for white to split the right side, but white played something else. This move is shown in many Joseki books, but actually it is rarely played. It is now important for white to split the right side, else black will become too big. There's a saying that if your own house is bigger than your opponent's house, then you should build your own house. But if your opponent's house is bigger, then you should try to
sneak in.
Yeah, to sneak in his house. So white should play something like this instead.
Cool. Yeah, nowadays you see this response by black and then white just makes a base. And black can either build his lower side up like this, or first exchange this kind of idea and then do the same move. This is a tricky variation for black to build thickness on the lower side. Yeah, there are all sorts of funny and interesting variations here, sequences that are very difficult.
There's a lot of innovation going on in this area. So what is modern to play changes every year.
White played on the left side instead. If you don't know the mini Chinese Fuseki as black, then it's maybe worthwhile to study. It's quite an interesting Fuseki. Black played here, which is nice.
I think I would make it a bit bigger. Maybe this move. But black's move is very nice too.
This is a bit weird. Usually you only want to approach a corner when there's one stone, when there's only a Hoshi stone. Then you can simply approach the corner, but when there's already a black stone, it's a bit strange.
I think white might get under attack, right?
Yes, I think so. Black could immediately bump into this stone like this. If white responds with the normal move, black can start attacking.
Right.
But black pincered in the game, which is also an interesting strategy, but it leaves white with more ogee in the corner, so white can try to make a base here. That's why first it's interesting to take away that opportunity like so.
Yes, I agree.
White does a nice sequence here to make a base. It's a standard sequence.
It's Joseki, right?
Yes. This is also very good by black in relation to endgame, because this is sente for black. And this is also sente for black. So if black wouldn't play A, and would go down here immediately, white takes the stone. This is sente endgame for white.
Right.
So it's a big difference. 6 points or so.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why this move is very good. According to Joseki, white should play here, but white didn't play there. White made a strange mistake by defending here.
So now black can take the corner again.
Yes, black takes the 2 stones.
This seems a bit weird shape, right?
Yes, it's a minor detail, but it's important. The good shape would be to play here.
Yes.
Of course, it doesn't seem to matter that much because the 2 stones are captured anyway. But
still a lot can happen later.
Exactly. White goes out here, it's the only move. Black hanes, it's fine. Now black tries to make his territory bigger, but I would say this is wrong because you're pushing into a tiger's mouth. And a tiger's mouth is one of the strongest shapes in Go. You don't want to give white that opportunity to make his shape even better.
No, white only gets stronger, right?
Yeah.
So would you play on the upper side instead?
I think so. You could play like this.
Yeah.
And maybe pressure white on the top side because he still is not completely alive.
He's still looking for eyes.
Exactly. So you can try to take his base away. Another idea would be to play hane.
Nice, I agree.
But let's see what happened in the game. So black pushed and white gets another tiger's mouth.
Yes.
Which is painful. Black keeps haneing. And now white hanes again.
Yes, white basically creates weaknesses for himself. If black just responds quietly by first cutting and then extending out.
Like so?
Yes. Then white needs to come back. And black can take a big point at the right side.
I see.
So basically the double hane of white, it says that, okay, I will get gote.
Yeah.
But if he simply extends.
Like so?
Yes. Then black needs to fix up his shape. And white gets center.
And now white can take a big point on the right side.
Yes, now he can try to invade the right side.
So this double hane is one of the mistakes that a lot of Q players make.
It is often a good move, the double hane, but I think in this situation it's a bad shape.
Yeah. Also, be careful of your cutting points. We will see that a little bit more in this game. Because black starts attacking here, but it would be better to defend.
There are still too many cutting points in his own position.
Black still has 2 cutting points at 1 and 2. And he suddenly starts attacking. Usually it's better to first defend your cutting points, defend your weaknesses, and then attack. So it's better to still play here. This is the proper move. So let's see what happened in the game. Black plays here, which is okay. And then he goes into the corner.
This again leaves a big cut. So again, black should protect his cutting point.
Yes, I think so too. White immediately cut here in the game, which is very difficult to react to for black. So instead of approaching the corner, it's better to play this shape move. I think this was black's main problem in this game, that he didn't defend his cutting points, he didn't defend his weaknesses, but was only thinking about attacking.
Right.
Black tries to somehow capture the stone, but it doesn't work out.
He has to sacrifice something.
Yes. And the sacrifice is quite painful because white simply gets territory, but black still has a lot of cutting points.
Yes.
So black still needs to come back. But again, he doesn't. This is once more the time to defend. For example, again, M12, the extension there, is very big. Now, white finally punishes and plays this Atari.
This move has been possible for a long time.
Yes.
I think white should have played here earlier, but it's very nice that he plays it now.
Oh yes, this was also a very strange timing, because black plays the Nuki instead of coming back here. always when these kind of stones, these kind of cutting stones, are in a tower, you should defend them. If these 3 stones would not have been important, then you can sacrifice them. But here, they're very important in the center.
So after black blocks here, I think we can expect a sequence like this. White cuts here, and now white can capture the corner. So now the corner is white.
Right.
But black can come back here. Because of the block at A, he can now play some center moves here.
Ah, so that's especially why A was very big.
So now the white stone in the corner has more difficulties escaping.
Right, it's quite weak actually.
Yes. And black can make a forcing move here. And then maybe fix up his shape here.
Oh yes, this is once again a very important moment to defend. So instead black goes into the corner. And now white starts doing his trick, I think.
Yes, white captures the corner. Like we saw in the previous variation.
Right. This is very painful for black.
Yeah, nice moves by white. Black plays this move. White answered like this, but I think that maybe wasn't necessary. White can try something else, like capture these stones.
Oh, that's very big, yes.
This also threatens to set his stone at A in motion.
Mm-hmm.
I think he should have considered that.
Right. And now black plays this corner enclosure, which is very, very big, but it's not urgent.
Still, A is the urgent move, but it is a very nice move.
Yeah.
So now white tries to invade the right side. He makes this clamp. I think this is a bit of an overplay.
Yeah, I agree.
What could he have tried instead?
Yeah, if white wants to do something on the right side, maybe he can try a probe.
Maybe he can play something like this.
You can see this kind of move in a lot of Shusaku's games, right?
Yeah, you often have these kind of probes at the Shimari position.
Also important to say that the probing point is on Sun-Sun. It's a 3-3 point, which is usually the best point in the corner. It's a very important point to try to make a base.
Right. So if black plays here, white makes another probe here. Black can now answer on the outside. Then white can actually live in the corner.
Okay, but this is for later, right? Would you play here immediately as white?
It is quite big, but it's true that you can keep it for later also. So if black plays on the inside, then white gains a forcing move on the outside.
Uh-huh.
And then he can maybe try to use these stones to make a base.
Mm-hmm.
Another probing move for white would be to play this move instead.
Oh, this looks very interesting.
A standard sequence would be for black to descend here. White gets this move.
Mm-hmm.
And black needs to connect here. It is still very difficult for white to live on the right side.
Right.
But let's just try something.
Oh, this is Sente?
Yes. And white doesn't need to answer this move.
Uh-huh.
So he can maybe try to jump out and make some kind of
framework.
Yeah, or try to live on the right side.
I see. Yeah, that looks quite comfortable actually.
Yeah, probably white will live. But if he doesn't dare to do these kind of things, he can also just try something like this to reduce the right side.
Ah, this is a very beautiful move. I think I would prefer this kind of strategy.
It is easier to make this kind of move.
Right. So what happened in the game? Ah, yes. White did the overplay and black punishes.
Yes. And now there's big fighting on the right side. White runs here. But we will skip this part. We'll jump to this move.
Yeah, after a messy fight, the whole right side is now black's, but white can connect some of his weak stones in the center. So let's see what happens. This connection is quite annoying for black. And then black cuts. Normally this cut would be small because it looks like you're only cutting 3 stones of white, so it would be 6 points of territory. But here, actually, this cut is very important, it's very big, because the black A group is still fighting with the white B group. And both of them are not completely alive yet. Black has 1 eye and white has almost an eye. So if black cuts and captures the 3 white stones, it's very big because he makes sure that he's safe and that the whole right side is his territory. So this is a good move. White sacrifices these 3 stones now, which is a good strategy, but he does it in the wrong way. This Atari is Aji-Keshi. This is another great rule to remember. Try not to Atari cutting stones. I would say that jumping here is the best white can do in this situation, and this keeps the possibilities with those 3 stones open. White can still later play at A, that Atari, or he can Atari from the other side with B. So leave this option open for as long as you can. And to show you why this is okay, black will never play this move because it only helps white. White gets the chance to capture the 3 black stones, which is very big, and all of his stones are safe. Black will play somewhere else, for example here, and you can expect this kind of fight in the center. And let's say black has to defend here. Now white can play the Atari from the other side and help his group. So this concept of Aji is very interesting, but also very difficult. As a general rule, try not to Atari the cutting stones if it's not absolutely necessary.
So you have to have some patience.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we will stop the review here. The rest of the game was more and more fighting. It ended in a half-point win for white. Better luck for you next time, Ogee.
Yeah.
Keep fighting, but remember to defend your cutting points.
Anybody watching this right now, if you have a game for us to review, please let us know and send us a message. Next week, we will have a look at another great master player, Kitani Minoru. See you next time.